Okay, we're gonna put on this drywall. We're gonna start putting the drywall in the half walls. Remember, I've got an outlet back there. So I've cut a sheet correctly, and I'm gonna cut it from the back side. And I'm gonna use this little oscillating saw here. Linda's holding that sheet in place, and I'm just going back here. That gives me the rough, what I want. So, come over here, take the sheet off the wall. And I'll measure what this outlet box is. This outlet box is just about 2 1/4 wide, a little bit more than 2 1/4. So there, would come up a little bit wider. Hand me that little vibrating saw, that little oscillating saw. That seems how this fits. Fits pretty good. I'm going to shut the power off a minute for this. Out this outlet. Took that outlet so I can tease it through this hole here, because it's got the little ears on the switch. I'll try and tease it through there if I can, which, again, normally you would have this hooked up just the opposite, and I wouldn't have the outlet on yet, but I did. So I'm trying to sneak this through here. These little ears on the outlet. And there, I got it through. I'm going to put one screw in here to hold this. Just to hold in place here a little bit. And my hole for my outlet's not quite big enough to let the drywall Could I have done this with the power on? Probably could have, but I probably would have gotten shocked. Still got to get it a little wider. So this pops through. Usually what I end up doing is cutting these too big. This one cut a little too small. Try forcing it, I'll end up cracking my drywall, which is not the end of the world, because I'm going to have to mud this corner anyway. I'm going to go to the back side here. Let's see if I can. Side again. And you can see I'm going to take my saw and cut it. And as Linda reminded me, I don't have any electricity. So I guess I won't. She whispered to me. You can see a drywall professional. I am not. But I get it done. And there, I've got that. Now, I worked up a sweat and put a screw in it. To seat these drywall screws, I use this little bit. Get these seated here. One of the things that I should have done, but I didn't do, is mark my studs. Down here and put one in the bottom. Put one in the middle. And then split it. The interesting thing is about these screws, when I put our little addition on this house, One thing that the inspector warned me about is that I had to put drywall screws every foot. And that's the only thing he was going to check. Now, I've never heard of a house falling down because there wasn't enough drywall screws in. But that's one of the things they were going to check. And since this is getting boring, I'm going to stop taping.